What's up, everybody? Kalfka here, and it's been a minute since we talked about Diablo 4. Well, Season 8 is just around the corner, so I wanted to find out, is Season 8 going to be worth it for us to play when it arrives? So they got a PTR coming, and then they got the update probably, I believe, in the beginning of April is when Season 8 will come out, but the PTR is March 11th, and Path of Exile 2 probably won't have anything happen to the end of March. So we'll see. We went through the campfire chat. We scrubbed some things for you guys to look at, so you don't have to watch the whole thing. And I just want to talk about Diablo 4 and the state of it right now. So let's go through. At the beginning, they talked about the state of the game. So normal seasons before Season 7, on average, it was taking people about 15 to 17 hours to get to level 60. Well, Season 7, it was averaged at 9 hours. That is actually extremely fast. And players that have been playing every season, probably the best players are getting there 3 to 4 to 5 hours. You know, I got level 60 on the first day, maybe took me like 4.5, 5 hours, and that wasn't even trying to go fast. So I'm assuming some of the best players could get there in 3 hours right now, which is absolutely insane. So they probably are going to do some changes around that, and we'll find out in a little bit here. So also, they no longer plan on doing mid-season balance updates. They want to react to those things early on and squash that stuff right away. So no more wait until like month and a half before we like nerf a build. They're go back and forth on this quite a bit. It's what is the best situation? I don't know. You have a PTR and then something's still broken. I don't understand why the PTR is a thing if we can't figure out the things that we need to fix. But hopefully this helps react to some of the problems that they might have early on in a season and clear those things up, fixes or whatever that is, and be more active and proactive on getting these things fixed. So a couple things they talked about were the state of the game and around legendary items. So I felt it in Season 7. First day, I think I was decked out in all legendaries by the time I got level 60. It doesn't sound like that's going to be a thing. I feel like we've been in this point in Diablo, though. Like, so we give them too much. Sometimes we don't give them enough. We don't find the balance of how many legendary items that we should get while we're leveling up. But it seems like they're going back to the lower amount. Hopefully it's not hard to find aspects. That's always a pain, but they are increasing the value of magic and rare items. You could get 2 and 3 affixes on these items now. So you can get better items for the blue and the yellow items. And they can be turned into legendary items, but legendary items are still going to be the best. They just won't drop as much, what I'm hearing, during the leveling phase. So I don't know. I kind of enjoyed that. I think that make the game longer on the 1 through 60 means that they didn't do much to work on the end game. So I don't know, comment what you think about that. I have a feeling that they didn't do a ton, but we'll see, because they do have some info. I did capture some info about some things that they actually have. So another thing they're doing to scale down the progression of how fast you get powerful is they're changing how torments work in terms of difficulty. So you could see overall progression and speed by the number of players. Torment 4 is over doubled. So on average, it only takes 15 hours from level 60 to hit Torment 4. It doesn't take that long if you do it right. No, that's an average, so I get it. But I think I got there in 8 hours. So now Torment 1 starts at Tier 10, or Pit Tier 10. And then the pit scaling is increasing by 20% per torment. But I believe it was like level 40 or 50 Torment 4 pit. And now it's 76. So Torment 4 is going to feel like a 76 pit if you're equivalent to Season 7. So another thing they're doing to slow down the game a little bit, get people in the game longer, but still does not touch the end game and how exciting it will be to play when you get to this point. We'll see. All right, so this is the new kind of season theme. It's around lair boss system. So there's new bosses. Blau is the name of the boss or something like that. A new mechanics, quality of life, and revamped material loop. So quality of life change right here is, you can see this is on the map. And you can see that it shows you, okay, I do get a ancestral unique item here. I do get mythic unique item here. And I need these hearts to summon some things. Well, also now you could teleport directly to the Harbinger Den where the bosses are going to be. And you could fight the boss there. So that's great news. This is just one of the new bosses. So here's 3 of the bosses. Basically, you have this guy right here, which would be like first phase. And then this would be like second phase, and this would be like final phase of this boss. So I'm not sure how that works, but there are some new content in terms of bosses in this season. So let's go and see what that looks like with, so actually it shows you right here. We could go into the map, and I think it's going to show us, yep, like right here, we could teleport and travel to the den. Boom. Now I can just click it on the map, easy go. So then we have new lair boss key system. So basically, they're making all the lair keys free to summon. Lair keys grant access to their horde's loot. So you could easily convert Stygian stones to any of the keys now, which is a quality of life upgrade right there. Consolidate 1 lair key per boss, increasing stack to 99. So you could hold 99 now. I don't know what it was previously, but you could hold 99 of these keys. So before you'd have to get a certain amount for this amount for this boss. Now it's going to be just the same across the board for the keys. Easy to figure out. So this is one of the Harbinger's Den. So you can see we got a new rogue build, maybe summoning, not summoning, but using some knives type build, smashing everything. On his way to the boss. Let's see him get to the boss. Okay, let's see what we can put it in. So we got to the boss. Okay, anyone could just click it. Boom. So he summoned this boss. Boom. Here's the new boss. This is one of them. Torment Echo, Harbinger of Hatred. So he's going to fight him. New mechanics, apparently, on all the bosses. So not just this boss. Apparently, your old bosses like Duriel, Varshan, and Beast, they'll all have new mechanics too. So when you kill him, basically what happens is you're going to get this chest now. And in this chest, you could actually get rewards from any of the previous bosses. Or you could pick Lord Zur, you could pick Beast and Ice, you could pick Varshan, and you could get their loot table now, as long as you have enough keys for this box. So actually, all you need to do, summon the boss, you get the loot, and you pick which one you want. Also, there's going to be Infernal Horde compasses in there as well. So basically you get to like farm your loot in this new Belial boss encounter, which is kind of cool. You don't have to go for the same loot over and over again. But you can see all the different bosses there, and they're just going through, and this time they picked Duriel's loot box. So boom, now I got Duriel's loot. And it looks like you could keep on doing this based on how many keys you've collected. So you only have to kill the boss once to open up all your rewards for this particular, boss encounter, which is actually kind of cool if you have enough of these husks or whatever the mats are to open these chests. So a little bit of quality of life upgrade there. So that means if you're in a group, you have to have the mats. So you can't get loot unless your friend's going to give it to you or whatever, but unless it's a mythic. But you could only get loot for the keys you have or the materials that you have. So it doesn't really matter if you listen a group or not, it seems like. All right, so then there is 24 new boss powers. So going through and killing all these bosses, you're actually going to get, this is a new seasonal power. You're going to get boss powers, and there's a main and a modifier. So you could see the main ones on the top, this orange one here, and then the modifiers are there. So it's really easy to understand. On each ability, there's a main ability, and then there's a modifier ability. Well, if you put it in one of the 3, you're counting as a modifier ability, and then the main ability is at the top. So pretty cool system. They actually said that you could actually do this on the fly too. So you don't have to go like the Trio Whispers and talk to somebody. You just go click your inventory and change it up how you want. So you don't have to go somewhere to do that. Here's the encounters you need to fight to actually like the progression in this seasonal event. So you can see you have to kill these bosses, and you'll get the currency needed to upgrade or get that actual boss power. You do have to kill, like, you do have to kill Lilith, you do have to kill Varshan, you do have to kill all these bosses to actually get these powers as well. But this is how you get the currency for them. They're going to be on the map. You're going to kill them, and then you're going to get that. So here's some of the cool abilities. This is a main one. It's while channeling a skill. So this works with Incinerate. You're going to see this ability. This is like Goku ability. Let's see it. Where is it? So you got Goku casting Incinerate and casting this blue beam. I don't know how much damage it's going to do or how it's going to scale, but they said these abilities will scale with your Paragon level. So they will get better as you grind and get better as your character progresses. They said that was a balance that wasn't the case before, which I'm not so sure of, but it kind of felt like it was. These abilities will scale with your level, and once you increase, these abilities will increase. So here's another one. Oh, this is the Lilith one. So basically, these are the things that one-shot you. I don't think it's going to one-shot every mob, but on Lilith, if you cast any ability, it's going to cast that. So they're doing some neat things with the actual builds. Like this is interesting stuff to add to a build for a legendary power. I would definitely say so. This one is probably the favorite one I've seen. This is the Duriel Burrow. So your evade takes place of the burrow. The burrow takes place of the evade. And now you go underground and you do damage when you go down and when you pop back up. So I thought that was kind of cool too. A neat little ability that they actually had there. So there's a bunch of different seasons. Maybe we'll try it out on the PTR. We'll see. I mean, seasonal powers seem pretty cool. They do. There are some updates here to the classes. I only looked at the Sork one. One thing they said that they are buffing is Ice Shards, Crackling Energy, counts as shock now, and then Meteor and Meteorites. So a little bit more buffs. We'll see at the future patch notes. But it looks like there is a new unique, and they finally made it a unique for Ice Shards. It's a helm. Should have been a focus. Whatever. Shivering aspect, but you can see this is actually a really good one. It now spreads within 2 additional shards, and you deal 1.5x damage to it and 75%. So that's actually pretty good. And then the new aspect that will help support that as well. Here's a quick little glimpse of what it looks like. So it does actually shoot out quite a bit more, and when they pierce, I'm quite a big little explosion there that we're gonna get. So that's that. So again, everybody got a unique. Basically, every class got a unique. Those are the updates that I got. So from what I see, you might try the PTR because it does go launch on 3.11, 3.8. I probably will try it because Path of Exile League update won't happen by then. You'll get a PTR boost, so you can get level 60. You can try out all the stuff. But from what I see, overall, it's still back to, okay, we're going to work on the beginning phase of the game. We're going to make it a little bit longer. You're going to have to grind to get to end game. I just don't see a lot here in the end game. Comment down below. What do you guys think? Like, there's a new boss and he's supposed to be harder, but that's one boss. So I don't know. It isn't enough yet for me to like play it over PoE 2. So that's my thoughts. I'm kind of bad. It brought me into this YouTube thing, but here we are. So we will have a lot more content on PoE 2, maybe some PTR stuff, but make sure you guys like and subscribe for all content going forward. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.